Fable Reboot is set to launch this fall. That's 2026 if this video is dated and the game gets pushed back, because that seems to be the norm. And the devs announced that it would not have a dog. If I'm being honest, that's a bad move. But I'm not a game developer, I just play them. This video is one that I had near the beginning of quarantine, but I didn't remember the dog that inspired it. If you've watched all the other videos, I often mention which point in the video spawned the whole idea. I don't remember why I had this one. These are 5 of the best boys I've encountered in video games. Which, by the way, why are video game dogs almost always boys? Off the top of my head, I can only think of 2, like excluding Animal Crossing and games like that. I can only think of 2 dogs that were girls. They're always boys. Anyway, be aware that there may be spoilers for the following games: Fable 2, Crime Scene Cleaner, Fallout 4, Tales of Vesperia, and Metal Gear Solid 5. Fable 2 was not meant to be in the first list video, but with the announcement from the Reboot devs, I added it and decided to start here. The Fable dog made its first appearance in Fable 2, and it kinda makes no sense, because there are no other dogs in the Fable universe in all of Albion. I mean, I'm replaying Fable 2 right now, and there's not a single other dog, and I feel kinda bad for him. For my most recent playthrough, I named him Gilgamesh. And then I realized that I should have named him Enkidu? Gilgamesh, like most of the other dogs on this list, shares the ability to announce when enemies are near. He's also able to point out treasure and spots where you can dig. There are even quests that are somewhat dependent on him.
What an ignorant time.
Such as doing the archaeologist hunts.
Here is what I have on the items so far.
And this dog is something else. When you read the note from the archaeologist, if you've paid attention to landmarks in the game, you'll most likely know where to go. Upon arriving at the correct location, no matter how far away the dig spot is, your dog knows exactly where to go. It's like it knew this treasure was here the whole time, and he didn't tell you about it before. I guess the treasure is just a scroll, so it's not that big a deal. You can also read books to increase your dog's combat training and its treasure hunting ability, as well as teach him some tricks, which most of the other dogs on this list can't really do tricks. I mean, plus having a dog opens up a lot of doors. Speaking of doors being opened, Kowalski, the protagonist of Crime Scene Cleaner, has a shot at earning money to pay for his daughter's expensive medical bills by working as a cleaner for the mob. Yeah, this must be in America, because that's the only way you're going to be able to pay for this. In between each mission, Kowalski can head back home, where you can meet and pet your dog Dexter. Dexter is your grounding point for all of the terrible things that you and Kowalski have to witness each night as you're cleaning up the messes of increasingly unhinged rich people. One of the main reasons that I included him on this list, it feels like they could still have a dog in the Fable reboot, even if it can't travel with you because of some kind of game bug issues. But Dexter from Crime Scene Cleaner is not the same as the other dogs on this list in that they will help you in combat or to find loot, but he is still there to make things better after you just had to cover up the murder of an innocent young woman whose only crime was that she worked at a restaurant ran by the mob.
One bullet hit her leg, and the other went through her neck. Poor girl. This wasn't supposed to happen to her.
Also, when I did my Crime Scene Cleaner playthrough, I wanted at the end of it to do a best of moments. there was going to be just nothing of me petting Dexter the entire time. I didn't have the original footage, so I couldn't do it. Fallout 4 starts with a life before the bombs fell. You seem to have a dog bowl, but no dog. They mentioned that it ran off.
Never gonna find that dog.
Okay. I love you. Both of you.
So it doesn't take long before that all ends. It also doesn't take long before you get to see a dog. And if you walk a little bit further, you get to see another dog. And this one you get to adopt.
Hey, boy. What are you doing out here all by yourself?
This is Dogmeat. A dog has appeared in nearly every Fallout game, most commonly as some form of dog meat, with the exception of New Vegas.
Think you can find something for me?
Dogmeat in Fallout 4 is different in
See if
that
there's
you
any good
can
stuff
give him
nearby.
orders, and other than the dog in New Vegas, he's immortal, essentially. Yeah, I didn't really use Dogmeat or any companions in Fallout 3, but mainly Dogmeat, because if they die, I would have to reload my entire save, and I don't remember to save that much if there's no auto-saving system. So I would lose a lot of progress. And I'm not going to let the dog die, so better to just not bring him with me. And yes, you can give orders to Dogmeat in the other games, but the UI was kind of trash and outdated. Kind of even for its time, I would think. Dogmeat can do nearly everything that the dog from Fable 2 can. He can help with combat, he can find loot, with the added bonus of asking him to find specific loot in the area. Sometimes his brain doesn't really work. And you can even ask him if he knows any tricks. And he does. He knows one. Repede from Tales of Vesperia is very different from the other dogs on this list in that you can actually play as him. Tales of Vesperia is a JRPG, so it has a variety of characters in your party to choose from. One of the first members is Yuri's real best friend and fellow ex-knight Repede. His background is barely hinted at or even addressed in the game itself, but they do give a bit more details in the movie Tales of Vesperia First Strike. He gets the pipe that he carries with him in the game from his mother's owner, Captain Niren Fedrock, the same captain of the brigade that Yuri belonged to before quitting shortly after Fedrock's death. Repede sees himself as an equal to humans, going as far as using a dagger as his weapon instead of just using his fangs and claws. He also inherited the Blastia of Fedrock, allowing him to learn arts and abilities, including modified versions of human ones that Yuri himself knows. Like all animals, Repede is picky about who he likes, primarily being drawn to animal lovers and children. But he doesn't really like tryhards. So take, for instance, two of your party members, Estelle and Rita. Estelle wants Repede to love her and oftentimes chases him down when he doesn't give her any attention. He finds her needy approach very off-putting. While with Rita, who is somewhat nervous and scared of Repede, he often chases after her because he finds it funny, I guess.
What are you looking at? Hey, dog! You keep away!
Huh? Rita, are you afraid of dogs?
Not at all. Mind your own business. Oh, no.
Hey, Rita, I wanted to ask you about this. Oh, Repede.
Repede sure knows who he likes and who he doesn't.
Again, unlike the other dogs, Repede is much more combat savvy. Repede is much more capable of combat.
These guys.
First things first, Repede is your only party member capable of using thievery, considering you have a literal pirate on your team though I guess she's a child. But with this knowledge, Repede is also an item expert. This allows him to use items much more quickly than the rest of your party, and also, he can use items for free, occasionally, if you get his luck up high enough. Another notch in Repede's corner is that he's a dog, so he's actually very low to the ground. This means that a lot of enemies, including flying enemies, attack above his hitbox. So he's probably gonna last a long time in the fights because they just can't touch him. Or it could just be that they see a dog and they don't want to hit the dog, so, you know. I never mentioned Repede's appearance, but if I told you about a dog with only one eye who uses a knife, the chances of you thinking of Repede are probably very slim. You're more than likely going to be thinking about a different dog, a diamond dog. Dee Dee from Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain.
He's going with you.
Snake finds Dee Dee roaming the grasslands of Afghanistan between the missions of 2 and I believe 5. There's a lot of... I had to go back and redo this, so there's a lot of inconsistency about when you can get Dee Dee, but it's somewhere between 2 and 5. For me, during this most recent playthrough, I got Dee Dee during your first side op. Side op 01. He was just running around in the grass. I heard some barking. Walked over. Ocelot said, "Hey, pick that puppy up and send him back to base." And I said, "Can I hold him a little while longer?" And he said no. So I had to send him back. With Dee Dee sent back to Mother Base, you can pop in from time to time, much like with Dexter, in between your missions, and sometimes he'll come running to the helicopter.
Now that's discipline. Following orders like a real diamond dog. Soon he'll be... No, stay!
The only sad thing is you can't pet the little puppy. But Ocelot will tell you that Dee Dee's gonna be a great soldier that's gonna fight alongside you in the battlefield. You just gotta give him a bit of time to grow up. What that basically means is you have to do a couple more missions after mission 5. So I did them in order, so around mission 7 or 8, Millard says, "Hey, the boys miss you, the soldiers miss you. Come back to base." And I'm like, oh, yes, the Stockholm Syndrome's kicking in. Because I kidnapped all these people, forced them to work for me. And on arrival, Dee Dee will now be field ready. I don't know how much time has passed from Snake using his magical time control vape, but Dee Dee's now a full-grown man. With Dee Dee's keen sense of smell, he's able to mark enemies and hostages that need to be rescued, as well as plants that you can harvest. But most importantly, Dee Dee can be given a knife or a stun baton, and you can call upon him to neutralize enemies. Oh, you can also pet him. You couldn't pet him when he was a puppy, but now that Dee Dee's out in the field, where Ocelot can't see what's going on, yeah, you can pet some Dee Dee. You can pet him without having to worry about getting cut up.
Huh? Looks like the pooch is pretty fired up.
Did you see that art he did? It was like a whoosh attack!
Carol? No. It's actually more of a mercurial laceration.
Lame. Sounds like an old man thought it up.
An old man did, and it sounds damn good.
Oh, will you two shut up? It was a cut, right? So just call it slash.
All right, done.
So those were 5 of the best boys that I've encountered in video games. This This video wasn't meant to be for February, but with the announcement of, I think it was in end of January, that there wouldn't be a dog in Fable 4, I kind of had to make the video now. But I had to wait till after all of my Valentine's Day ones, one of which that I didn't even finish on time, so it didn't get posted. It's always next year. Look forward to a sequel, because there are lots of dogs in video games. The one that I had to cut to make room for Fable 2. Yeah. And I guess, like, who's your favorite dog? Mine is still Repede, but having gone back and replaying Metal Gear Solid 5, Dee Dee's kind of funny. Mainly because when I played the game the first time, I didn't kill people. I neutralized everyone. So, yeah. I honestly forgot Dee Dee had a knife because I never used it.